So over the last 390 days, I have woken up and done the exact same thing every single morning. I've brushed my teeth, I've made my bed, I've had my water, I've had my coffee, I've done my journal, I've read my book, and I've done my 30 push-ups every single day for 390 days, and I've decided to not do it anymore, and that's what I want to break down in this video. So before we get into this today, if you're new to here, my name's Christian Hill. I'm the founder of Ready for Anything, a high performance coaching program for high performers, entrepreneurs and execs that really want to get on top of their shit. They want to get their body in order, they want to get their mindset in order, their energy in order, so they can be a top performer in anything that they put their mind to. And if you haven't done already, make sure that you've hit subscribe to the channel, because I'm chasing 1,000 subs and I'm going to get there this year. So I need to be very careful when I tell this story, because number one, it's a little bit saucy, and then number two, I actually had my account banned last year with no explanation as to why I got banned when I got it back. So let's try not to make that happen again. So last year, me and Ailey done a big America trip. She was running the Boston Marathon, and we decided, let's make a little bit of a trip out of it. Let's go and explore America. And it was incredible. We took some time off. We hired a car, went to Plymouth, Cape Cod. We actually went to Rhode Island as well, but it was awesome. But when we were in Plymouth, we stayed in this Airbnb, but it was actually a B&B converted to Airbnb, because the owners of it were actually, they weren't geologists, but they were like researchers, they were scientists. And they found that having it as an Airbnb was better suited to their lifestyle, because they weren't as tied to it, because they didn't have to provide food and stuff. So as you can imagine, it was like this old style B&B, bed and breakfast, a little like Mrs. Doubtfire's house in the movie. And every morning I would go and sit through another room and do my journal, read my books. I was doing my morning routine, of course, and this was April last year. And I'd have a bit of banana bread for my pre-workout, and I would have my coffee and I would sit there. And it was like the third day we were there, we were only there for like 4 nights. And as I was sat there, man, I was like, is that a porno playing or something? Like, what is that noise? There's like 2 people going at it, and it was only us in the Airbnb, but it turns out there was other guests in there, and we didn't know that. And they were obviously going at it, man, and they were having a fair old go at it, let's put it that way, man. And the walls were not that thick, like you could feel it, like you could actually feel it happening, man. And I went through the room, and obviously Ailey was sat there on the floor, but she had her noise cancelling headphones in on the floor, and I was like, Ailey, listen. And she just took her headphones off, and she was like, you can imagine the look of shock on her face, right? And I mean, her are just giggling, we're laughing, we're like, what do we do here? And like, the old couple are like cutting about downstairs. Like, I was like, Ailey's going, I don't want them to think that's us. I went back through the other room, Ailey put her headphones in. You know how you're kind of like, your peripherals just focusing through to into the hallway and stuff? And the door of the room opens, and out comes a woman, comes out, gallus as hell, man. It's just like straight after the noise has stopped. It looks like they've just finished, man. Had a fucking ball. And anyway, she's walked through to the room, comes through, pours herself a coffee, says hello with a big smile on her face, grabs a bit of banana bread, and heads off to do her thing. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because I was thinking about it recently. Not because I was being perverted and thinking about it. I was thinking about it because for the first 2 weeks of coming into this year, I made a big post on Instagram, and I said how I was going to do this year differently. I wasn't going to be as regimented. I wasn't going to be the person. I was going to do more things for me. 10 days in, if I'd done exactly what I said I wasn't going to do, I became a victim of my routines again. I was in my vortex in my own mind. I was go. I wasn't doing as many things for me. And I just realised that, like, I need to be more like that woman. I need to be more gallus, man. So here I am on a Monday morning. I'm going to go and film a YouTube by the beach. I'm going to go and have a coffee and go and sit by myself. I'm not going to do this in the villa. I'm going to break the rules. And what I've actually done over the last 2 days is I stopped doing my morning routine. I broke away from it a bit, because what I actually found, and I don't know if anyone can resonate with this at all, my mind sucks the fun out of everything I do. Like, over the last 9 years of being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, it's paid dividends for me to be hyper-focused, hyper-productive, very, very regimented and organised. It is very, very beneficial for me to do that. But what I've found is over the last couple of years, it's began to come to my detriment, where sometimes I'm not even present because I'm thinking about the things that I need to be doing. Basically, what I'm trying to express to you is that discipline equals freedom. Discipline will give you everything you want. Discipline is what's given me my life and allowed me to be at a point where I can sit on a beach on a Monday morning and record a video and I class it as work because it makes the boat go faster and I take a lot of joy from it. But discipline is also the thing that doesn't make me present, that makes me think about 10 steps ahead when I should actually just be in the moment, because everything's always going to be done, everything's always going to get done. And there might be a part of you watching this right now, but Christian, I do this stuff for trust. I can't take that away. That will give you more trust. That will empower you even more. People do this all the time with things like calorie tracking. Like the thing like calorie tracking is the thing that stands between them and success. You do calorie tracking to build the awareness, to let you understand numerics and numbers and how that associates with your performance and your feeling and your energy and your body composition. But there comes a point where like it's not tracking or not tracking that stands between you doing the thing and achieving the results and being in good shape and feeling good and having good energy. It becomes your initiative and your intuitiveness to actually be like, I can do this without that. So it's just a reminder that it's great to have routines, it's great to have structure, it's great to have formidables in place, but there comes a point where they need to be changed up. The pattern needs to be broken. You need to reset a new routine, a new way of doing things for the season of life that you are in, the goals that you have, and where your mindset is at towards that thing, because people are just trying to do the same processes that are square that they done 3 years ago that got them to the same point that they always get to, they never get beyond, and then they want to get beyond that and try and apply the same process. I'm not reinventing the wheel here or saying it's like some big crazy gold new blueprint standard that nobody else knows about, but it's having the initiative to actually just step outside yourself and not just be a mindless empty meat vessel and float through things thinking that things always need to be done a certain way to get them done. It's about learning to evolve, learning to adapt, and recognizing when a routine or a behavior you're actually becoming a prisoner to it because you're not actually thinking consciously. And that's, for me, I done 390 days of doing the same thing every single morning, which was incredible. It was great for me when I was traveling and when I was on the move and when I was going to so many different places, and it allowed me to align myself. But after doing that so consistently and traveling so much and being in different places, I don't need to do that anymore. I'll still have a morning routine, by the way, but maybe not as intense or as regimented. I'll still get up, drink my water, I'll make my bed, I'll do those things, but I'm just changing things up a little bit. So yeah, read between the lines. Where are you on this journey of change? What is it that you actually need for the things that you want? And what unnecessary actions are you doing for the sake of doing that are actually creating more friction than actually removing the friction? So yeah, be more like that woman. Do the things that you want to do. Have unintentional I don't want to say the word in case I get banned from YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about, the stuff I was talking about in the beginning. Do more of the things that you want to do. Be more free, be more reckless, but at the same time, make sure that you've got a minimal effective dosage to get the things done that you want to achieve as well, because minimal effective dosage is key, and that's what works really, really good for my mind. So if you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more hear more stories like this and gain more wisdom and essentially be the best high performer you possibly can be in every aspect of your life that's important to you, make sure that you've hit subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't seen as well, we're going live with Ready for Anything 2.0 on the 4th of February. Get involved in it. It's what we're doing here is just special, and I'm so proud of it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Goodbye.